I think my friend is being used by a Filipina in the Philippines, says Space Cadet. My friend confessed feelings for me over a year ago, but I only view him platonically. We stopped talking for a while after that and then eventually smoothed things over. I do know that at the time he was also entertaining a girl from the Philippines. I didn't really think much of it. They've now been officially dating, now engaged, for just over a year, and he proposed to her after meeting just one time. There's a 10-year age gap between them. Her being the younger one, she is 21 years old and he is 31 years old. Prior to her, he had been single for almost 8 years. I recently have come to find out that he sends her money, even telling me that she openly asks for money. Over the course of 1 year into their relationship, he has sent approximately $6,500, not including travel expenses, engagement, or visa forms. He has lightly expressed financial stress to me. I looked over his K1 visa forms to proofread for him, and she has zero work history. She has expressed to him wanting to start trying for a family shortly after she comes to the US. We aren't as close as we once were, understandably, so given the history of his feelings, I know there's not much that I can do here, and it's best I mind my own business. He and I have known each other for about a decade now. I just want some opinions because he seems convinced that she truly loves him, whereas I think he's being used. I know I'm not one to judge the relationship. I just hate to see this destroy him in the long run. He's a good person. Of course, he's a good person. That's why he's sending money to the Philippines. That's how they get you. This is a story like so many other ones. First, the fact that you rejected him, and the fact that he's almost single for 8 years, being 31, meaning he's been single since 23, shows me that he is a loser. Loser in a sense that he has nothing to offer to women, either lack of confidence, appearance, or financial stability, therefore resorting to going to the easiest country for women in the Philippines. Also, you are not wrong. She is definitely using him. She is only 21 years old. She is just starting her scamming career. She's starting to realize men will actually pay for her company, or not even, just for her attention, therefore looking to get as much money as she can, as fast as she can. All I see is problems in the future for your friend. That is, if the story isn't actually about you, which I have a sense that it may be. Wrong Internal says, dude, your instincts are spot on. This has more red flags than a Communist Party parade. He's paying for a subscription service, not building a relationship. Do not show him the post. You'll go from concerned friend to sabotage an ex in his mind instantly. He is in too deep to listen to logic right now. Let him be. Just be prepared for what, hey man, you are right, call in a year or two. That's when your real job as a friend begins. Stay solid. I assume based on the way this was written, it's a female or whatever, but I don't think it's just another man looking out for another man. It's a man or a woman or two people that had a potential romantic involvement, this individual. He's just being used, says okay personality. You just need to try and knock some sense into him. He's obviously thinking with the wrong head. It happens. You've known him around a decade. Maybe he'll listen to you. Good luck. Maybe he will, but most likely he will not. Long Jumping says, I am in several expat groups on Facebook, and this story reads pretty much like so many sad stories of expats that are near penniless or have been taken for much money. While there are success stories and their age gap isn't as concerning as some, I see it's still a very risky proposition. I am married to a woman from the Philippines, but we met in the US and married 35 years. Have a place in the US and the Philippines, but knowing what I know now about the dating scene with Filipinas living in the Philippines, it is an arena I would never step into. You are far more likely to be scammed than not. Think about this in a year. He has sent 6,500. What kind of considerate woman would even have the courage to ask? She does so easily, and she will have lots of sad stories about why she needs it. The best thing you can do is point him to this thread, share your concerns as a friend, and let go. Love is blind, and he won't listen easily. Good luck. Precisely, I do appreciate this man's acknowledgement that the reason why he has a happy marriage right now is because he met his wife at least 35 years ago. Things have changed dramatically and drastically. Anyone dating now compared to the past would have to agree there is not even a question if things have changed. The question is, can you handle it? Are you able to adapt? Are you okay with being simply a walking ATM? And he is also correct. Good women do not ask for money. They do not want to burden their future husband. Prickly Heath says, I am sorry, but this actually makes me think of my situation before I moved to Canada from the Netherlands. My husband had a friend who tried dating my husband. Same scenario, went to Netherlands to see me. After 6 months, he came back to propose to me. This friend of his messaged me and told me, stop using my husband to take to Canada. I'm a Filipina from the Netherlands. Difference are, I didn't ask for money from him, and I am working. My life in the Netherlands was the best time of my life. That friend of my husband confessed to him and said she still had feelings for him, but then, of course, he chose me over her. I was thinking maybe you have feelings for this guy that you're not addressing. I just wish you'll be happy for him and hope that the girl from the Philippines is as good as other Filipino wives. Of course, Filipina defender. Then again, you had a job and you were in the Netherlands, not a third world country like the Philippines. Mr. Fry gives his opinion. Depends what you mean by used. A 31-year-old white American guy is not bad deal. For a 21-year-old Filipina, her being legitimately attracted to him and wanted to start a family is pretty likely. It's always a comparative thing. Even though he is a proper simp and don't know how to be with women, the language barriers will overcome that. He is still a wealthy, relatively young man. You say she has no work history, but the only job a 21-year-old girl could get outside of degrading stuff is complete pay of $150 a month. Of course, she's not doing that if he could send her $600 a month. Her asking for money is not a great sign, but if he is ponying it up easily, then yeah, why not? Look at it this way. Do you think he is like seconds away from meeting the girl of his dream in the States? 'Cause if not, then how is this really that bad for him? Like, are all these vast assets at risk? Diver, are you okay? Says, this scenario is very common with different details. Many people are catfish. They think they are dating somebody online and it's actually a scammer. Unfortunately, other than telling them your opinion, there's not much you can do unless the person is willing to consider the fact that they are being used. In this instance, it will be even more difficult as the person is real and he's presumably slept with her. It sounds like this guy is so desperate for love that he is willing to effectively pay for a relationship that he can't afford. On some level, I'm sure he knows, or at least suspects this, but he's likely accepting it for what it is. The best thing you can do is to avoid judging the relationship itself, since that would likely alienate him further. The best comment is from Gecko. Imagine having 7,000 US dollars a month and choosing to live in that dive. There is no worst comment. Thanks for listening. God bless.